Hi, I'm Caitlin McGregor, CEO and co-founder of Plum. Our mission is to provide every employer with the data they need to be able to prepare their processes for the future of work. We are on the brink of the next industrial revolution. By 2034, half of today's workforce is going to be replaced by automation, and the majority of today's students are going to be applying for jobs that don't even exist yet. These are just some of the job titles that are going to exist. Right now, if we look at our hiring practices, how would you be able to hire for somebody that's a man-made machine team manager? Probably there isn't a degree in that background, and most likely they don't have 5 years of experience for a job that doesn't even exist yet. The challenge is, how are we going to know what talents will be needed for these roles? How can we start attracting that talent today? And how will we migrate our current workforce into these brand new jobs? I want to start by looking at Buckingham and Kaufman's model on skills, knowledge, and talents. Skills and knowledge, this is about whether or not somebody is eligible to do the job. This is typically what you find in a resume. This is where they went to school, where they've previously worked. But what we aren't currently measuring are people's innate talents, their competencies. This is about whether or not they're going to excel at doing the job. This is about whether or not they get up in the morning and feel fulfilled at the end of the day because they were able to utilize their innate strengths and talents. Talents are transferable. These are often the soft skills that we think about. Things like leadership, innovation, communication, persuasion. Talents are also scalable, which we'll talk about in a minute, and they're also predictable. Talents are 4 times more accurate than skills and knowledge at being able to predict future workplace performance. One of the CEOs of North America's top banks said that critical thinking and creativity, communication and collaboration, these will be the standout skills in the age of advanced technology. Critical thinking, creativity, communication and collaboration. These are all talents that can be measured. The future of human work is imagination, creativity, and strategy, as quoted in Harvard Business Review. Again, these are talents that can be measured. We have the audacious opportunity to graph the future of workforce by quantifying human potential, by measuring and understanding people's transferable talents. The thing is there have been over 50 years of industrial organizational psychology that has been applied to figuring out how to quantify this human potential. The problem is in the past, is that this industrial organizational psychology, IO psychology, hasn't been scalable. And typically, it's been reserved for Fortune 500 companies that can pay for solutions to be customized to their needs. And often, big consulting companies that have a bunch of PhDs in IO psychology are brought in after there is a problem with talent or if there's a change that wants to be happening. However, the benefits of IO psychology is that, like I said before, by measuring talents, we can be 4 times more accurate at predicting on-the-job performance. By actually measuring people's personality and cognitive ability, which are the recipes for figuring out innovation, ability to lead, ability to work well on teams, we can be able to do a better job at understanding who have the best potential to succeed on the job. AI is trying to address this because AI has the ability to scale and has the ability to bring in efficiency. The problem with AI is that it's looking for past patterns. So if your past data was based on that skills and knowledge, where you previously worked and your years of experience, and it's not taking into effect talents because it hasn't been measured on scale, the data is only as good as the information that it's being provided. It's only as good as being able to address past patterns. If in the past your top performers went to Harvard and were on the rowing team, then the AI will say, hire more people that went to Harvard and were on the rowing team. However, We know that it's the talents that are more predictive for long-term performance, and that's often what's missing. So by combining IO psychology with AI, we're able to get the best of both worlds. We're able to take the selection methods that have been tried and true in industrial organizational psychology, take that expertise, and scale it by combining it with AI. And that's what we've done at Plum. So we've spent the last 6 years in R&D perfecting how to gather the data from applicants and from job experts in how to predict what talents an individual has and what talents are needed for the role, and combining that, Plum has hand-tuned a neural network, and our validation studies have been able to show that we are 4 times more accurate than a resume at predicting on-the-job performance. It's basically taking the same level of validity from a structured interview and being able to put it at the top of the funnel for every applicant before you even pick up a resume and are introduced to the bias that at that point is brought in by looking at simply skills and knowledge. So our neural network is able to measure somebody's ability to innovate, their leadership potential, their decision-making, work ethic, and combine it with the needs of the job. So we're able to take a 6-minute survey, which is an automated job analysis, and have the internal job experts within the company define what success is for every unique role. Surprisingly, if you need a salesperson that is going to be using challenger sales methodology versus solution selling methodology, you do not want to go with somebody else's model for success because you actually are looking for very different things. Size of company, the type of product you're selling. There is no one-size-fits-all perfect sales model. So by being able to have your hiring experts go through an automated job analysis, we're able to quantify what success looks like for that unique role, and then every single job applicant, as well as internal employees, is able to be quantified once in terms of what makes them exceptional, and then we're able to match them. We've had enormous success with technology companies, as well as insurance and bank, as well as companies like VW and Shell that have innovation mandates. We've also had great success with universities, such as the University of Waterloo, where we're helping them match their 20,000 co-op placements per year. So paid internships, ensuring that these students that have very little past experience, how to match them to the unique needs that the employers need. Our employers tell us that they would rehire 93% of their Plum recommended candidates again, and they're saving over 70% of their time during their hiring process. So, industrial organizational psychology can quantify the talents needed for the future of work, and AI can scale it. Ultimately, the same technology that will be displacing jobs can help place people into new ones. Later today, I am demoing in the marketplace at 4 p.m., and I'd love to show you a demo of Plum. Thank you very much. My name is Caitlin McGregor. I'm CEO of Plum.